All right, so we got a new dead battle: Bakugo versus Reze. Basically, a battle of bomber niggas, bro. Cause she bombed him, and he also bombed user, cause his quirk explosion. That I forgot how it worked. I think he doesn't he like detonates the sweat on his hand or something, like I don't remember, bro. I remember that it had something to do with his sweat, and he could detonate it using something in the sweat. I forgot, bro. That shit. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I don't remember, bro. It has something to do with sweat or something. I don't remember, bro. Don't get on my ass. It's been a little bit since I last watched that show, bro. Honestly. All right, let's go. Oh, wait a minute. My shit not turned on. Hold on. All right. Bakugo versus Reze.
Bakugo versus.
I didn't watch the Chainsaw Man thing, so I don't know where would Reze be scaling wise. I'm not the biggest fan of Chainsaw Man, so I haven't really been watching the series. I watch it here and there, so I'm not really up to date. As for Bakugo, he was able to fight All For One. He was genuinely keeping up with All For One, so he's actually up there. I think Bakugo got it, bro. Honestly, I don't think that Reze can beat Bakugo.
Reze, the god of explosions versus the bomb devil.
Whoa, wait a minute. Nobody called him that. I don't know where they got that shit, but nobody called that nigga that, bro. Since when does this nigga have this kind of moniker? I think is that what you call it? A moniker? I think that's what you call it. I've never heard this nigga being called the god of explosion. I remember something like Bomberhead or something like that, because he was a hot-headed kid with explosion. They called him something like this. I think it was the guy with the jeans that called him that. Bakudam boy. Who called him that? There was a character that used to call him Bakudam boy. Bakudam boy. Or something like that. I think so,
it's our
right?
job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I think Bakugo got it, honestly. I'm pretty sure Bakugo got it.
There's nothing like the smell of napalm in the morning, the rush of the shockwave, the flash of combustion. I love it when stuff goes boom.
What the hell?
And no one knows that feeling better than Katsuki Bakugo. When your name literally means power.
Yeah, Bomber Shell Hero. Murder God Dynamite. Nobody called him that. What the hell? Bombshell Hero. No, it was Bakudam Boy. Somebody called him like that, bruh. I could swear somebody called him Bakudam Boy. 25. Are we what? This nigga not 25, bro.
Bomb? It's no
Are we
wonder
taking adult Bakugo? Cause what?
He was born with the quirk Explosion. It lets Bakugo create humongous kabooms from his palms. I can only dream of having hands that rad. Quirks are genetic superpowers.
I personally do not like his quirk, bro. I do not like his quirk. If I had to choose a quirk, I would go with either I forgot her name, the girl with order, or I will go with Todoroki's half hot, half cold. You can't go wrong with that, bro. Honestly, it's actually genuinely good.
Bakugo and
it's genuinely a good, like, how do you call it? Balanced quirk, you know what I'm saying? For defense, offense, it's perfect, bro.
Inherited his quirk from his parents. Specifically, it was a combination of his father's combustible acid sweat and his mother's glycerin skin secretions.
There you go. Yeah, that's swag. Yeah.
Bakugo's sweat basically like nitroglycerin.
There you go.
The more he sweats,
the more he soars up. Yeah,
his
yeah.
Parents
the stronger they are.
Made the perfect kid, absolutely oozing with shonen main character energy.
Not really. He was pretty much like the antagonist. As soon as he appeared, he was like the bully kid that would get like beat, that the main character would catch up to and beat him, and like he becomes a side character, but he became one of the main cast. You know what I'm saying? He was you know in anime there's always that one kid that's super talented and then he bullies the main character, then the main character, he's basically just a stepping stone for the main character. That's the character archetype for Bakugo, but he ended up remaining relevant. They basically he's main cast basically.
So much so that he started bullying his childhood friend who happened to be born without a quirk.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, he's kind of a snot-nosed turd sometimes, but come on,
Nah, he was a demon, bruh.
They're
not
so
personally.
cool.
I'm not.
Quirks are
I
a
didn't like that.
natural biological feature of a person's body. In the same way that we don't really think about walking or breathing, Bakugo's explosions became like any other limb, especially with his rigorous training.
Bakugo quickly picked up on how to use his explosions
Yeah,
to
he's
obliterate
a
anything.
naturally gifted in combat. This kid was genuinely like he was figuring out ways to use that nobody could have thought of. Honestly, he's genuinely a mad gifted how do you say this? He's a combat genius.
Sight, block attacks, launch himself around, and quickly maneuver in midair at hypersonic speeds, which requires a ton of focus and on-the-fly calculations.
And despite getting this incredibly...
I wouldn't say calculation. He's mostly a guy that uses his instinct to fight, but...
dangerous quirk when he was 4, he somehow never killed himself or anyone else that we know of. Bakugo was truly a prodigy, destined for greatness.
And his only goal was to surpass Japan's number uno superhero and his personal idol, All Might. In Bakugo's mind, the only person who wins no matter what. Absolute victory. No problem for the main character.
Except Katsuki wasn't the protagonist that he thought he was. That would be Izuku Midoriya, the quirkless child Bakugo.
Why are we talking about Izuku?
In truth, he was threatened by Izuku's tenacity despite being quirkless.
Really? That crybaby's the main character? Well, Bakugo's
that
inferiority
annoying,
complex would only get worse.
Like, at the beginning of the show, he's mad annoying. When he goes into his vigilante era, I actually liked him. After that, I was like, alright, I don't really care for him no more. I didn't really care for him. Like, honestly, I preferred Bakugo and Todoroki a lot more than Midoriya. Honestly, that's just for me. During the time when he was, like, the series started, I didn't, like, but Midoriya was annoying to me. I didn't like him. He was genuinely fucking annoying. After that, he became, during his vigilante era, I actually liked him. I was like, okay. He's doing what he needs to do. He's not crying like always. And after his vigilante era, I just didn't care much for him. You know what I'm saying? I was more attached to characters like Bakugo, Todoroki. What's his name? Even what's his name? Shigaraki. I really like Shigaraki too. Personally, for me, Deku, I didn't like him that much.
Both were accepted to the same superhero high school, UA High.
There, he would learn to be a superhero and fully develop his ultimate moves.
Like flying through the sky faster than sound with turbo speed, blinding people with stun grenade, focusing his blasts into armor-piercing shots, or making a big-ass tornado of death.
The howitzer impact involves Bakugo spinning himself in midair with his explosions, building up a tremendous amount of swirling oxygen, and then igniting it all for one hell of a boom.
He's pretty smart when it comes to strategizing mid-fight. He even developed new techniques for his quirk faster than Deku did.
UA High also aided Bakugo's development by preparing him with his iconic Grenadier bracers.
They are ugly as fuck, though. Let's be honest. I did the design of his fit. That shit not nice, yo. I'm not gonna lie. I did not. Personally, the Bakugo's fit, I did not like it, bro. It was kind. It's not. It's bad, bro.
Bouts, or to release all of it at once in a single massive blast.
He's also got his hero suit, which helps him sweat faster in order to build up stronger.
Actually, if he lost the big ass grenades on his fit, it wouldn't be bad, bro.
He's also got his hero suit.
Like if he lost these two, like, it would be kind of nice. But these make it look just weird, bro.
Which helps him sweat faster in order to build up stronger attacks. Or the Strafe Panzer, these badass turrets mounted to his back that store his sweat as ammo. With all of that, it wasn't long before Bakugo made his hero debut, called the Bombshell Hero, Great Explosion Murder God, Dynamite. Hey, I dig it. The more colons, the merrier.
But despite some early wins, Bakugo failed to live up to his own sky-high expectations. He had the makings of a great hero, if only he could get out of his own way and put the team before his ego.
Especially when he was kidnapped by the League of Villains.
That's his biggest problem, bro. His overconfidence, his pride, and his ego are his biggest problem.
Leading Bakugo to blame himself for All Might's retirement. Something needed to change.
So he vented his frustrations in a slugfest with Deku and realized something crucial. That the kind of absolute victory that defined All Might wasn't victory for himself, but victory for everyone.
He was starting to become the prodigy everyone knew he could be. I mean, hell, even while he was unconscious, he kept analyzing the fight he was in and coming up with counters. Somehow,
Bakugo's powerful enough to shatter Todoroki's heaven-piercing ice wall, fast enough to keep up with villains like Shigaraki, who can catch light beams, and tough enough to survive, well,
being dead? Yep, you heard us. Bakugo was killed, dead as a doornail.
Listen,
and then
that didn't make
a single
sense.
bead of sweat floating through his bloodstream detonated and restarted his heart.
That
isn't
is
main
some
character
bullshit. That was some bullshit, bro. Let's be honest. That was some bullshit at the highest level, man. That was stupid. I did not like that. That's one hell of a high ass pool, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That was an ass pool at the highest level, my nigga. What the fuck was that?
plot armor, I don't know what is.
His stamina is perhaps the craziest thing about him. After all,
Yep,
he
yeah,
is
that's
taking
facts.
the recoil of all of his explosions.
Even with the overuse of his blasts literally tearing his body apart, he kept trying to make him stronger, and eventually his quirk awakened.
Essentially, when a quirk evolves to become stronger. Now, by condensing his explosions into smaller and more powerful clusters, Bakugo could enhance all of his techniques.
Like the Howitzer Impact Cluster, a stunning achievement in the field of explosionology, or kaboom theory for the layman.
Powerful enough to shatter the side of a mountain, or blow apart Uehai itself. Judging by the school's size, we can estimate Bakugo's Howitzer Impact Cluster yielded over 300 kilotons of TNT.
What?
Given Bakugo's whole deal is explosions, it makes sense to science out what a ton of TNT actually is. It's literally the energy contained in 1,000 kilograms of trinitrotoluene.
A chemical compound composed of hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon.
That's the recipe for
What the
kaboom.
fuck?
Now, imagine a pile of TNT as big as the
Tons of TNTs are units of measurement often used in the real world to describe the energy contained in high-yield explosives. Like nuclear bomb, it can be useful to measure particularly powerful feats from fictional characters. What?
Empire State Building.
I'm confused,
blowing up all
bro.
at once. That's Bakugo's Howitzer Impact Cluster.
And these explosions can launch.
Bro, scale it, man. Is it city level? Is it town level? Street level? Give me
so
that,
fast,
bro. I'm not.
It's like time stands still around him.
Like when he covered a huge part of this city in a fraction of a second. Almost 400 times the speed of sound.
Nigga,
That's
what?
not all. Now he can detonate his sweat remotely and from all over his body, not just his palms.
With all of this crazy bullshit, Bakugo became one of the strongest
Nigga,
heroes on Earth.
is he using Vegeta's move? This nigga using Vegeta's move, you know what I'm saying? Because Vegeta always blasting niggas like, bah, 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 you know what I'm saying? This nigga using Vegeta move, bro.
Enough to battle and defeat All Might's lifelong arch nemesis, All for One. Yeah, that's right, the main villain. Who's the protagonist now, Deku?
Bakugo literally and figuratively surpassed his childhood idol and proved his mettle as a hero.
Number 5 on the rankings and rising. Not
Murder
bad.
God, the great explosive murder God Dynamite is making this nigga a hero name. Really is that, bro? I dropped my hero at some point, so I didn't know about all of this. But this nigga really is, that's his fucking hero name? Murder God Dynamite? Nigga, that don't sound hero like, bro. I'm just saying.
Done?
But more important than proving it to his friends, to All Might, or even to Deku, he proved it to himself.
Yeah, whatever.
Ooh,
Take
Bakugo
that,
laughing,
losers! Sickest quirk in the world over here!
I
Dynamite!
wouldn't say that.
Dynamite! Dynamite!
I personally wouldn't say that, but sure.
Wiz, what happened to you? You look funny and squishy.
I'm over here, Boomstick. That's the new Death Battle plushie
All right,
from
let
YouTube,
me get
and
into that Chainsaw Man shit, because I don't know much about
War,
this.
famine, conquest. Humanity has been plagued by all manner of ills since they first crawled out of the primordial ooze. In the
What?
world of Chainsaw Man, there is nothing to fear but fear itself.
Because fear itself is real, and they're called devils.
Literally devils
Yeah,
from
devils, yeah.
hell. These monstrous beings are the living embodiments of humanity's worst nightmares, and their power is directly proportional to that.
The thing is, I couldn't watch this, bro. Like, honestly, that nigga Denji, bro, he disgusted me, bro. You know, he, like, him being a little bit of a pervert, I was alright with it, you know what I'm saying? Cause, you know, Master Roshi was like this, you know, he's young, He's never been with a woman. He wasn't close with much people. He basically only had Pochita, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I don't really care about this. The line was when the bitch vomited in his mouth. That's where I said no. I said, nah, I'm editing it right here. I dropped that shit quick. As soon as I read that shit, I got out of this. I said, nah, this is for me, bro. That was my limit. Listen, there's some things that I can, endure so that I can read the shit, you know what I'm saying? But there's a limit to everything. As soon as the bitch vomited in his mouth, I left. I was like, nah, bro, I'm good off of that, bro. I'm not, no. I'm sorry, I just couldn't, bro.
The chicken devil might be so weak you could keep him as a class pet, like, a chicken. But what about the bat devil, or the ghost devil, or the devil embodying man's fears of one of the greatest weapons it's ever created, the bomb devil.
Little is known about the origins of the bomb devil's current host, Reze, if that even is her real name.
She might look cute and kawaii, but she's actually
bomb
a
devil
Soviet
hybrid
assassin trained from birth to be one of the deadliest killers on the planet.
Okay.
Basically a Black Widow, a cold and lonely existence for anyone.
Likes coffee, flowers, dingy, sort of. What does that mean? What does that mean, bro? Sort of. That's what? She's from the. Whoa, what the fuck? What is
but
bomb devil hybrid?
The world as effed up as this.
But all Reze wanted was a safe, normal, quiet life. As much a fable to her as Aesop's country mouse.
Too bad. You are now a walking, talking explosive. Have fun.
Boom.
At some point, the girl known as Reze was implanted with a fragment of the bomb devil and became a hybrid. A human possessing a devil's powers without sacrificing their humanity, transforming their body into a living weapon.
As a hybrid, Reze's strength and speed are way crazier than a normal human.
Why is she
with her martial arts training,
my God,
she's a force to be reckoned
whatever.
with up close. Also, Wiz, check out the bomb for a head.
Someone like Reze would eat you alive, literally.
What?
Should
Why?
devils like Reze take any damage whatsoever, they can heal by consuming blood.
And that lets hybrids survive some pretty insane stuff, like having their limbs torn off, getting bisected clean in half, or being roasted alive.
What?
Just slurp some blood and they're good as new.
Especially
That's
useful
that's
considering
crazy,
the bomb
bro.
devil's primary ability is literally blowing herself up. Reze can emit
What is she
explosions from
wearing,
any
bro?
surface of her body, even tearing off limbs and turning them into bombs that she can detonate at will.
Damn, that's hardcore.
What is she wearing,
bruh?
bruh?
To jet through the sky at
What the
hypersonic
fuck?
speeds, maneuver and redirect herself in midair, and enhance the strength and speed of her blows.
Or Reze can send sparks that can ignite the atmosphere in explosions that tear apart entire cities.
Oh, wow.
Making herself stronger
City
the more
level
fear her wanton
destruction
destruction
power.
creates.
As long as the
I'm just
area
confused
around
as to what she's wearing, bro. What is she wearing? I'm gonna be dead ass. What is she wearing, bro? I'm so confused, bro.
her is dry enough to maintain ignition, Reze can create as many explosions as she wants, non-stop.
What
She can
is
even turn her
happening?
own body
Humanity's fear of her not only enhances her explosive power, but her physical power as well. She was able to struggle with an attack from the violence fiend, who specializes in physical strength. What? Wait, so are they devil hybrids? People that have devils grow stronger the more people fear them? Is that how it works? I'm confused.
into different types of real-world bombs to massively enhance
Doesn't that basically mean it's better to be a villain? I'm so confused. Being a villain is way better than.
their power.
Like transforming her leg into a torpedo or her apron into dynamite. Every single
is
inch of
going
Reze
on,
is a
bro?
living weapon.
This made her feared across the devil world as one of their mightiest warriors, and the perfect choice to assassinate Japan's newly acquired devil hybrid, Chainsaw Man.
You see, you might not think
see.
chainsaws are all that scary, at least not compared to bombs, but the Chainsaw Devil is special.
Any devil the Chainsaw Devil consumes becomes deleted from reality, retroactively
What?
erased from humanity's collective consciousness.
And here I
What?
thought chainsaws were for boring stuff like trees or Texas Massacre.
That doesn't even make
Silly me.
sense.
This
Why would the chainsaw devil have this kind of power? It has nothing to do with chainsaws. What the fuck?
ability makes
I'm
the
so
Chainsaw
confused.
Devil the most important being alive and invaluable for any global power to control.
Except instead of meeting the fearsome chainsaw of legend, Reze met Denji, a dumb, horny teenage boy just looking for anyone to love.
Exactly my problem with this whole shit. Then, I was like, okay, I can understand. This man being alone most of his life. That I could understand. As soon as she vomited in this nigga mouth, I was out. That's what took me out. That was like, nah, that's my limit, bro. There's a limit to everything, and that was mine. I dipped out of there, bro.
For once, Reze actually hesitated. Rather than immediately kill her target, she got to know him and found they weren't so different. Both were used as tools of the state, as weapons of war rather than people. A kindred spirit in a hostile world, Denji wanted to drink up as much of the excitement of life as he could. The town mouse to her country mouse.
And thankfully, he was super easy for a pretty face to manipulate.
Yeah. It wouldn't be the only time.
Reze's nothing if not professional, and she gave Denji one parting gift. To teach him the way devils did battle before he died.
As the embodiment of one of the deadliest weapons known to man, Reze's power is off the charts, capable of creating an explosion more than 400 meters in diameter. That's over 4 football fields long.
To have a blast that size, you'd need to be exploding with over 2 kilotons of TNT.
More than comparable to nuclear weapons, which is really impressive considering Reze is not the devil of nuclear bombs. That's apparently an entirely separate thing.
Despite her bombs
oh my, you know what? Never mind. Cause he did say that she only got a shard of the bomb devil. But is there a different devil that's a nuclear bomb devil, or is this because she's just a shard of it? All right, whatever.
Technically conventional, they're just.
I kind of want to read it, but at the same time, bro, I'm not trying to see this nigga be acting up like this, bro. That shit. Not for me, bro. I don't like it, bro. You know what I'm saying? These scenes, these weird scenes. First of all, why is she naked when she mostly naked while she fighting? Why is this man getting vomited in his mouth? Why is he acting up because Makima basically said that she'll let him smash at some point? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You can't be directed by your pee-pee, my nigga. Use your brain. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem with Chainsaw Man, bro. This nigga using his pee-pee to think. Oh, my God. You know what?
Comparable to other powerful devils like the Gun Devil, who could travel across the world and kill millions of people in 5 minutes.
That'd be over 500 times the speed
of sound. What does that got to do with
even stronger than the Typhoon Devil, a sentient city-spanning storm.
The literal coughing baby to her hydrogen bomb.
Unfortunately for Reze, Denji took her lessons to heart and proved he was more than a fitting host for the Chainsaw Devil.
He whooped her ass, but spared her life, just in case her seduction wasn't a total act after all.
But it wasn't meant to be.
So
whether Reze chose the safe life of the country mouse or the exciting life of the town mouse, there are hungry cats everywhere.
Oh, she was killed by Makima?
What I would give to find someone to kill you.
Reze's dreams of freedom were never realized. She simply changed hands from one cold, unfeeling entity to another.
Wow,
and this time, there was no escape. She was a weapon, a symbol of man's bottomless capacity for malice and self-destruction.
A living bomb.
Wow.
The battle's about to start, and I hope you've got something good to hear these kabooms with, like our sponsor, Raycon.
So Makima just killed her when she had changed her mind and was basically going to go with Denji. From what I understood, she was basically. Alright, I'm gonna stop doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna be with Denji, but she got killed by Makima. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up, bro.
Battle!
I don't know. I might give Chainsaw Man another try, bro. Cause it sounds cool and all. It's just that there's some parts of it that are weird, bro. That's my only problem with it. It sounds cool and shit, but Denji. First of all, Denji, I don't like him. Let's be honest. At first, I didn't care much. After that, I didn't like him, bro. I don't know how you get vomited in the mouth and yo. I don't know, bro. This vomit shit took me out. I've never seen that type of shit before. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yo, what? I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm out of here, bro. I don't know, bro. This shit weird. Alright, come on. Katsuki, I'm rooting for you, my nigga.
To collect your head, Dynamite.
I don't think you're gonna get it.
Better villains than you have tried, lady. You tell your bosses that after I send you back in a coffin.
Wait.
How would I tell them that if I was already dead?
That makes sense,
You're
Bakugo.
quick.
Shut up and die!
Boom, where did she... Why is this changing from... Is it just me? Am I bugging? This shit changing, right? It was pixel. Now it became like a drawing. What is going on? Oh.
Damn! Oh, damn!
Wait, why is she moving? She didn't absorb blood. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, Bakugo, you gonna have to blow her up completely. Cause I don't know what's going on out here, bro. What is happening? Impactor! Come on, my nigga.
Move it or lose it, people!
Yeah, this nigga.
Let go of me!
Wait, what? She blew herself up? Oh no, she's alive. I'm so confused. Why the fuck is she killing people?
Keep them out of this!
Why is she killing people, bro? Oh, Bakugo, this ain't looking good, bro. Lock in. Nah, bro, come on, lock in. Awakening, do the awakening, my nigga.
Your blood was delicious.
This, I still believe this is an asshole, bro. The explosion that brought his heart back, that's some bullshit, man. I'm just saying.
You bit off a bit more than you could chew. My
Tyler, my nigga.
thing you drank. It's my sweat you should worry about, dumbass.
What? Oh. Wait, she's still alive? What the fuck? And why is this nigga turning into a villain? Why is this nigga turning into a villain? Why is he laughing, bro? This nigga turning into a villain.
Absolute victory. Howitzer.
Impactor! What is happening, bro? Now you gotta blow this shit up too, bro. Cause otherwise she's coming back. Damn.
Scratch that. Not enough for a coffin.
The battle is finished, right? Okay, because I was like, if she come back, I was like, that's some bullshit, bro. That's some bullshit. How is she still alive? But it was finished.
Genji, we're so sorry to hear about your girlfriend that passed away. She gets 5 big booms. Boom! Boom!
Please just shut up. On the surface, these two seemed evenly matched. So let's break this fight down into 3 categories: their speed, their stamina, and their
Their explosion, yeah,
First up,
their firepower is
let's
the
talk
most
speed.
important.
Both Bakugo and Reze could rocket through the sky at hypersonic speeds and maneuver and redirect
Yep,
themselves on a
yep.
dime in the middle of fights. To the casual observer, at least, they seem to be on par with each other.
So we have to look at the people they've fought to compare.
Reze has battled Chainsaw Man, who could match and
Denji and Pochita have fluctuated in power since the battle with Reze due to the fear surrounding Chainsaw Man. As a result, Reze cannot reliably scale to feats from newer arcs of Chainsaw Man. So I was right. When the more devil hybrid or devil host, whatever you want to call it. Nah, devil host is in Black Clover. Well, devil hybrid is feared, the stronger he becomes. And the less he's feared, the weaker he becomes. That's a weird power system, but sure.
defeat someone using the Gun Devil's power.
The same gun devil that could literally fly around the world, killing millions of people at over 500 times the
Is there a
speed of
reason
sound.
why he's doing
Impressive,
this?
but compare that to Bakugo fighting Shigaraki, who could react fast enough to catch light beams with his bare hands.
That's over 1,000
Yeah,
times
facts.
faster. And that was before Bakugo's quirk
Had
awakening that made him
awakening,
even
yeah.
faster than that.
With reaction speed of that caliber,
Did this nigga
there's
just
little
use
chance
Shumpo? What the hell is going on? First he uses Vegeta move, now he's using Shumpo, bro. What is
they
happening?
could ever get the drop on Bakugo, and would likely be forced to play catch-up in a duel. Speed goes to
Good Bakugo, yeah.
However,
I
speed
was
doesn't
like,
matter if one couldn't truly hurt the other. A big part of this fight is their
regeneration.
Bakugo's durability is mind-boggling. He survived being impaled through the torso.
Nah, Reze got it, bro. She can literally regenerate missing parts of her body. So stamina is not much for discussion.
He even brought himself back to life.
But unlike
Through her
Reze,
ass
his
full,
stamina
but
does
sure.
eventually hit a limit. Every explosion he makes whittles him down just a little bit more and uses up more and more of his sweat. Without a break, he can eventually run out.
Whereas
Yep, that's
Reze
fact.
can effectively create bombs without respite and from a distance.
Unlike Bakugo,
But
who
Bakugo
usually
also
likes to get
can.
up close and
Like the
personal.
AP shot. I believe it was like this. The AP shot. And his when he awakens, he can shoot from. He can remotely detonate his sweat.
Furthermore, her devil hybrid physiology gives her an actual regenerative healing factor, allowing her to shrug off the same kind of mortal blows that would eventually kill Bakugo, main character plot armor or not.
If this ever became a war of attrition, Reze had it in the bag. Stamina
He
goes to
wouldn't.
Reze.
However, it's unlikely
Bakugo has
it would
more
ever get to
firepower.
that point. The biggest factor in this fight was always going to be the raw firepower.
The explosion, yeah.
Explosions!
The
First,
explosions.
we gotta compare their two biggest blasts. Reze's nuclear-like bomb against Denji versus Bakugo's howitzer
impact too.
And the difference is obvious. Based on calculating their sizes, Bakugo's 300 kiloton explosion was over 100 times more powerful than Reze's.
I still don't understand how to calculate this. I still am so confused as to how they calculated these like megatons of power. You know, during the Kratos versus Ashura, during the last one, Cell versus Sonic. I was like, bro, how are they calculating this? I'm like, that's like so confused. How the fuck are they calculating this?
2 kiloton blast.
But that's not all. Remember the Typhoon Devil?
Coughing baby or not, to create a storm big enough to cover Tokyo's over 2,000 square kilometers,
All right.
he'd have to be
Why is
generating
Denji riding a shark though? Never mind.
more than 400 kilotons
that even a
of TNT.
shark?
Greater than Bakugo, right? But that's not all. Again, Bakugo's howitzer impact once shattered the size of this big-ass mountain. And despite being earlier on in the
What is
series,
that?
it was ginormous. Almost 3 kilometers in radius.
Or just over 2 megatons of TNT.
Oh,
5
wow.
times more powerful than the Typhoon Devil.
Damn.
And way beyond anything we've seen Reze do.
And this was Bakugo before reaching his full
Yes,
power
his
in his fight
awakening,
against
yeah.
All For One. Bakugo
Before his
takes
awakening.
the final edge in explosions.
And remember, Bakugo withstands the recoil of all his blasts. So even though Reze had greater stamina, Bakugo was more than tough enough to hang on.
he has considerable stamina because even Deku was pushed back when he shot that shit. But he's actually like, how do you say this? He's actually fully taken on the recoil of his blast and just shooting them.
Get his kill shot, especially with his superior speed.
And devil healing factors can be overtaxed with enough damage.
Yup.
Hell, she needed to drink blood a couple times.
That's what I'm saying. Does she need blood to recover? Because how did she recover her head? There was no blood.
Just to keep fighting.
Against someone as fast and powerful as Bakugo, she would not get the chance to heal consistently or perhaps at all.
And what happens when devils die?
Consistency
They
for sure.
Go to hell.
No, that was terrible. That was terrible, let's be honest.
Bakugo.
Bombshell, hero, great explosion, murder, god,
I could
dynamite.
swear there was someone that called him
Next time
Bakudam
on
Boy.
Death Battle.
What's that? Gru and Megamind? That's actually a genuinely interesting fight that I want to see. Gru versus Megamind is genuinely interesting. I'm kind of interested in this. I'm pretty sure Megamind will win because he's fucking genius. But does Gru get the minions? Because the minions are basically indestructible. They cannot be defeated or killed. That's an interesting death battle, honestly. I remember Megamind, he's mad smart. He got mad technologies that he made himself, which Gru doesn't make his own technology. He has the doctor who makes them. So I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure that my boy Megamind take the win,